The boss claps a hand on Masaharu's back jovially. He hits a bit too hard, causing Masaharu to cough. Hang on, isn't hitting the back of someone supposed to do the opposite of that? It's not supposed to make you whatever. Masaharu, he died already. Maybe his body doesn't work anymore. I'll bring out some tables or something. Oh, and I'll be paying you guys for your time, of course. Paying to eat. Where do I get into I've been in the wrong profession this whole time. I should just be a cake taster. I'd stay fat, but I mean, it doesn't matter. You're being paid to eat cake. That's brilliant. Not all cake, is it actually? Some of it you might not like. Other than that, it's great. Really? That's awesome. But only if you meet the quota. Not so awesome. Don't worry, just put some elbow grease in. I'm sure you guys will do great. What? We have to eat a certain amount of stuff? And he's like, well, you'll only get paid if you eat a certain amount of it. So be sure to eat a lot. This doesn't sound bad at all. I'm not sure elbow grease will help much. It's just a figure of speech, Masaharu. I knew that. Shut up. To be fair, that is an English expression in Japan. I'm not sure how you were expecting him to get that. With the boss's help, they managed to set up a table just outside the confectionery with a number of baked goods for people to try. If they're interested, they can head inside the actual store where the boss is manning the cash register to make their purchases. Oh, I forgot. We're not eating them, are we? We're trying to sell them to people. That's not as fun. Now I feel like I am in the right profession. I'm still not sure about this. You'll be fine, just smile. What are we doing, like a sandwich board over ourselves? I'm not sure that would quite go with Shu's grease lightning look. Yes, Masaharu, like this! Natsume grins widely and points at his mouth, but Masaharu's scowl only deepens. I actually think you'll scare people away looking like that. He will. He does. I'm not going to say what I think he looks like, but I should be calling him Count right now. What? Really? You're overselling it, Natsume. Be cool. Okay, how? Just follow my lead. Oh, what's this? Good afternoon, ma'am. We've got some new things on sale. Would you like to try some? Oh, but I'm not much for sweets. Inspired by what Natsume said to Masaharu earlier, Shu presses on. Ah, well, for someone with such refined tastes as yours, I have just the thing. He holds out the fork with a small piece of tiramisu on the end of it. Just say, trust yourself to me. Trust yourself to me. Are we going for some sexual undertones to sell some cake? Wow, this shop has stooped to new lows, apparently. Oh my. I hope, all I'm saying is that I hope you're watching the video and not going by sound alone. She takes a bite of the tiramisu and her face lights up. Delicious! See what happens when you open yourself to new and exciting experiences? It's just a cake, mate. Let's not oversell this. The woman soon rushes inside the store to buy some tiramisu to take home for her family. Holy shit, she must be buying a whole cake. Tiramisu doesn't come in cake, does it? That's a 90s thing, who cares? He says, I'm definitely a 90s kid. 93, 6 when 90s ended. Yep. Definite 90s kid. And that's how it's done. Disgusting. Rude? I just sold a cake. Everything you said gave me the creeps. How can you say stuff like that to people with a straight face? Masaharu, mate. I'm not saying I know what to do, but you play basketball. You're not fat, which means that you're not a centre. So you're probably quite muscular. We all know where it's going. Just take off your top, okay? You'll sell a bunch of shit. Lie on the floor, let people eat stuff off of your body, and you'll be paid God knows how much. Don't do that, because it is weird. They will come out buying stuff, then wanting to eat it. The more I think about this, the more it's just not... Okay, sure. It's called being a good salesman. Oh, hello. Shu and Masaharu both turn around to see Natsume engaging another potential customer. Mamma mia! Running into you here like this. It must be fate. It's not fate. It's just coincidence. Shu notices the girl's uniform and tie. She must be a classmate of Natsume's. This guy, Shu right here, showing all of his intelligence. Not one, not two, but 3 whole intelligences. I don't know if it's fate or anything. I work here. Really? So do you bake these? I helped, so I'm not a full-fledged baker or anything. Whoa, he looks super uncomfortable. Maybe I should... Anyway, I had no idea you worked here. I've got to come here more often. Well, I'm not sure if you'll find me here next time. Selling! We're selling! I know you're standing in the middle of the road, so you're a bit worried about a car hitting you, but come on, you got to be selling it! What do you mean? Sales have been pretty slow recently. My boss is really worried. Oh my god, don't worry, Mamma Mia. Oh, I know, let me buy this cake. These are just samples, the whole cakes are inside. Okay, I'll save you. I mean your job, Mamma Mia. He's playing on how good looking he is. Masaharu's gonna come over and bitch about it again, you just know it. She races into the store. Natsume, you totally misled that girl just now. Natsume tilts his head to one side. How so? Nothing I said was a lie. Yeah, but you were clearly implying... Implying? What? I didn't tell her to do anything. Shu can't help but feel unsettled at Natsume's choice of words, but he's not sure why it bothers him, because it's manipulative as fuck. Like, well, I mean, if no one buys my stuff, I'll just have to go without a job. You know, that's terrifying. I mean, sales is all about getting people to empathize with you. That's how you get them to buy stuff. But still, it's like Natsume was taking advantage of that girl's admiration. Oh, do you reckon? It's like... Shu doesn't get much time to think about it, though. Oh, a new face. Hello, did you just start working here? An older woman has stopped by the table and is talking to Masaharu. In a panic, Masaharu looks to Shu, but he just shakes his head. Your turn to shine, Masaharu. No, I'm not really working here. I'm just helping my brother. So you're Natsume's brother? I can see the family resemblance. No, we're white and blonde. That's actually racist, and now we have to call the police. I'm sorry. He's not calling the police. Rubbish. Thank you, I think. What have you got here? There's tiramisu and, raspberry tarts, and Masaharu fumbles with the samples and accidentally drops one on the ground. Holy fu- That is the biggest sample in the world! I presume you only give people a little bit of that. Also, is it me or is Natsume's hand the wrong way round? It is, isn't it? For his knuckles to be facing outwards, he needs to deliberately twist his arm around. Who does that? Just try doing that right now. I'm trying it right now, right? See, you twist your arm, you put it out in front of you, and twist your arm and thumb in front of you. Surely it's just easy to point, isn't it? Like, look at this guy here. But normally you do that if he's to the side or something. In order for his knuckles to... that's full on weird, man. Just point. And I see, he's being racist to Native Americans. Oh no, I'm sorry. Don't worry yourself, dear. I'm not really cut out for this sort of thing. Just take a deep breath and calm down. You'll be alright. You know you're fucked when when a customer is giving you advice as to how to do stuff. Hang on. What? A fork can pick... How many samples do you have on small plates? This was only going to go poorly. This is raspberry tart. The customer takes a bite of it. It's delicious. If you like, you could buy it inside. All we have are samples. They're out here. There, now see? You're a fine salesman once you've calmed down something. He doesn't look like he's calmed at all. He still looks like he's worrying his shit off. Thank you, Mom. Ho ho, you're so cute. I have a grandson who's about 2 years old right now and also very serious. I wonder if he'll be like you when he gets older. 2 years? Probably not. I hope he turns out better than I did. Smiling, the woman goes into the store and she ends up buying 5 tarts. Jesus Christ. We better have fucking hit a quota by now. As the afternoon goes on, Masaharu ends up bringing in the most customers, as people are drawn to his clumsy honesty. That's just not how sales works. In an ideal world, sure, but not in a real one. I can't say I expected this, but I can't be too mad about it when I say when I saw how you panicked you were all day. I wasn't panicked. You were panicked. You cannot lie about that truthfully. Yeah, and the sky's green. Well, on certain planets it might be. I don't know. I'm speaking out my ass. Or whether like Aurora Borealis sort of covers the whole sky, but the chances of that happening is quite slim. Now, the important thing is we managed to meet the quota. Yeah, but our pay turned out to be a measly 2,000 yen each. Is that $20 or 2? I think it's 2. No, it's 20, isn't it? I think it's 20. There are so many people who already know have commented. I'm just going to Google it quick. Yeah, it's $20. Were you working all afternoon or were you working for an hour? Because, I mean, depending, that could actually be below minimum wage, but I don't know much about Japan. Yeah, but our paint turned out to be too... Yeah, Masaharu shrugs. It's enough for a decent meal. It takes Shu several seconds to notice that Natsume has fallen behind. He stops walking and Masaharu follows his lead. They both look behind them to see Natsume frozen in pace and staring at the ground. Natsume, something wrong? No, it's just... Well, it's been a long time since we've all worked together like this, hasn't it? Man, he's all over the place. If I didn't know better, if I went to his room next time and found, like, hardcore LSD in his desk side drawer, I would totally believe it. You're right. Well, in general, we don't hang out a whole lot these days. It's nice. We should do this more often. Natsume beams and then takes a few large strides forward to catch up with his brothers. Thanks for today, you two. Let's go home. Masaharu just nods, but Shu can see that his brother's ears have turned a faint shade of red. How could you see his ears? They're like mostly covered by his seaweed-like hair. He can be honest with customers, but not with us. That or he's trying to manipulate you. Be careful, you know what he's like. Well, that's just how Masaharu is. Ignoring Masaharu's subsequent squawking, Shu links arms with both of his brothers as they walk back to the dorms. That's gonna look weird. Especially with his reputation. I guess you don't know. If you know Shu, you're likely gonna know his brothers. Maybe it's not too weird. After spending several minutes in the bathroom applying ice to his swollen eyelids. What in the fuck were you swollen? I'm not even gonna ask. Shu makes his way downstairs where everyone's gathered for a quick breakfast before going to school. In a sullen mood, Shu plops down next to his brothers. I still can't believe you didn't cry at that movie last night, Natsume. Ah, so we're all going out more. What heroes. Your eyes are still pretty red, Shu. Shh, I did the best I could. I couldn't help it. Does that happen? Does that actually happen? Do your eyes swell when you cry too much? I can't remember the last time I cried. Like 14, maybe? I'm like 22 now. I don't remember at all. The movie was pretty sad, it's just hard for me to cry. Really? The night before, the three of them had stayed up late catching an old movie that was showing on TV. In the end, the main character's dog died while saving her. You should know that if there's a dog who is appearing a lot in the film, he's going to be used as either a kidnapping device or die. That's how that works. Other than Independence Day, where the dog just survives. He's just sort of there. Yeah, I'm the type that can't even cry at funerals. I don't know why. Huh? But you cried at Whoa! Don't... Jesus Christ, Masaharu, what the fuck is wrong with you? Lol, but you cried when our sister died, didn't you? Haha, got you, proved you right. Oh, wait. You know? Jesus. Masaharu cuts himself off, but Shu has a flashback to Fuyuka's funeral all those years ago. Natsume tears poured freely back then. Then, another memory brings itself to the forefront of Shu's mind. The image of Natsume at Masaharu's funeral, stone-faced and grim, but with no tears. But I saved Masaharu, that funeral didn't really happen. Surely that just means that since then he's become a lot colder, I guess? Probably. Have we been to any other funerals, one where Natsume didn't cry? Natsume tilts his head a little, but smiles sadly. Did I? That seems like it was forever ago. Before Shu has a chance to press further, Masaharu stands up all of a sudden. Come on, you two, we're going to be late at this rate. Oh, right. You spent way too long in the bathroom. Apparently I was cleaning up my tears? I can't help it if I'm sad. That makes you a tear racist. Probably. I didn't want to show up to school with my face all swollen. You look fine no matter what, Shu. You shouldn't worry too much. It doesn't make me feel good to hear that from you. You're biased. Well, would it make you feel better if he was just like, ah, you fucking terrible. Oh, you look awful. Would that make you feel better, Shu? After scarfing down a piece of toast as fast as he can? Scarfing. I don't know about that. I swear, if we fucking bump into someone with toast in our mouth, I'm quitting the game. Shu grabs his bag and joins his brothers in a race to school. School passes by as slowly as usual. Shu twirls his pencil to pass the time. I've gotten really good at this lately. Wish I was half as good at actually taking notes, though. After school, Shu goes downstairs to the lockers and finds Masaharu standing there looking impatient. Is Natsume at his club meeting? Shu leans over and looks at Masaharu, but there's no one else standing there. I heard it got cancelled, but he's still late. What else is new? Point. Want me to go get him? It's okay, I'll go with you. It might take both of us to wake him up. He's not really sleeping. True. He's not sleeping. It doesn't matter. The two of them go upstairs to Natsume's classroom. Wow, no, he is straight up passed out. He is not moving. Most of his classmates have already left for the day, so he is noticeably asleep at his desk. Typical, hey, Natsume, wake up, school's over. As expected, this doesn't wake him up. Rolling his eyes, Shu shakes his brother by the shoulder. Natsume, let's go already. Check his back. Check his stomach. Is he being shanked? I'm calling it early. Natsume doesn't respond at all, not even to whine 5 more minutes. Should I get some water or something? No, something's weird. Natsume's skin is deathly pale. An idea seems to dawn on Masaharu, and he puts his index and middle fingers against Natsume's wrist. He's got almost no pulse. I fucking told you. I fucking said so. Well, shit. This is bad. Oh, God. We know he doesn't die in this timeline. Because he's alive in the future, unless he isn't alive in the future. We have no proof of that. Oh, there's so much shit going on. Shit, he's in trouble.